Tea Party. According to the liberal media, I'm not what you'd expect to see here. I'm not an angry white racist male. It's much worse than that. I am an informed, angry American woman that happens to be Mexican. I'm passionate about my Lord and Savior. I'm passionate about my friends and family, and I'm passionate about my country. And with all the respect that I can muster for our president, I am ticked that he is trying to reconstruct the face of our country. I'm ticked that Congress they care more about Nancy Pelosi's war chest for re-election than they do about us, the American people. There's 3 people that influenced me on my Tea Party journey that I've been on for about a year. The first one, you all know him and love him, Devin Nunes. I heard him speak one time on my way home to work, and I was touched and I was impassioned by the concern he had for the American worker, the farmers on the West Side. It wasn't about entitlements. He wasn't fighting for state jobs. He was fighting for tax-paying Americans that work hard. The environmental wackos say that fish is more important than humans. But do they really care about that? Because they seem to turn a blind eye when it comes to Sacramento and Stockton pouring their sewage into the Delta. No, this isn't about a fish. This is about George Miller, who says farming should not happen in the Central Valley. Well, tell that to my folks who raised 5 children on the West Side, and tell that to the people that are losing their homes, losing their livelihood, having to pack up and move out of the state because they can't find a job. So the second most influential person is the greatest liar I've ever known, Jim Costa. Jim Costa shows up in Mendota, which, by the way, has a 40% unemployment rate. He shows up on the West Side, which also enjoys 300,000 acres of fertile, fallow land. And he talks about the fight he's putting up for us. He talks about meeting with Ken Salazar, a job killer. He talks about meeting with the president, who has the power to turn on the pumps. But when it's time to put pen to paper, he votes against amendments that will bring water to the farmers. So, I'm an American first, but I happen to be Mexican. And I noticed that Mexicans are, which you all probably know, Latinos, Mexicans, that mostly Democrats. The majority of Mexicans are Democrats. Why is that? Well, they're lied to, they're exploited by the Democrats. That enslaves them to the Democratic policies. I want to change that. I want to talk to my fellow Mexican, Latino friends and family and neighbors, and I want them to know the truth. I want them to know that there are other people, anyone but Costa, that will fight for their jobs, that will fight for their water, and bring their homes back, bring everything back to them that they lost. So, this brings me to the third person that was the most, this guy was really, he was a Tea Party, he showed up at a Tea Party last year, a guy by the name of William Owens, a great American who happened to be black. And he said something to me that resonated. He said, don't talk to people according to their race. Don't talk to a black man according to a black man. Don't talk to a Mexican. Talk to them American to American, not Republican to Democrat, issue to issue. And that's what we need to do. You all know Mexican, heck, we're the majority now. Talk to them like an American. Talk to them like a friend. I happen to be bilingual, and I am definitely going to use that tool to go door to door to talk to my Spanish-speaking Americans and find enough votes to hand Jim Costa a pink slip, because he needs to go. Now, indulge me in a little Spanish phrase real quick. I'm going to just speak a quick Spanish here. Tenemos que correr los representantes que están quitando el agua. es nuestra comunidad. Necesitamos trabajo. We need to get rid of representatives that are taking our water. This is our community, and we need jobs. One more thing. Mark 8:36 says, what should it profit a man to gain the whole world if he loses his soul? And these congressmen, Cortez and Costa, have sold their soul to Nazi Pelosi, and they need to go. Thank you.
Lisa Cortez.